out. So Effort realizes this. He says, you know what? I'm ahead economically. Let's just drive that home, build a few more drones here, and his economy is going to be sick. We're going to see Effort make almost pure Mutalisk from here on out.
Well, we see some Scourge coming out here. I think he's hoping to get a few Mutalisks that would be in that old rally point, but it has been reset. As we can see, Mutalisks are over here. He's trying to scout. He's going to see just how badly he's losing this game right now with all those drones over there. And I don't know what Zero can do. I don't think there actually is much he can do.
Yeah, you know, he's going to kind of just sit there. Yeah, very nice play right there. Just grabs it right out of the egg.
That was the shortest Mutalisk life I've ever seen.
Yeah, you see, he's just sending out some Scourge, just a few at a time. That's because he has to re-drone at this point. He is making a few more drones. He has a couple more than he did before. And he's hoping that he can just catch Mutas here and there. And if he can, then yes, he can catch up. But unless he Scourges a few more Mutas, he's just going to be behind for the rest of the game.
Some serious micro going on here. Oh, it's some Scourge coming out of his own.
Scourge is actually quite a good counter to Scourge.
Oh, very nice control here. These Scourge are actually on hold position. He's confident that his control is so good. He's just going to pick them off without having to use that. So, okay, Zero is starting to catch up on drones, but take a look here. We have an expansion already up.
Yeah, and these Zerglings could get quite annoying as well. The Zerglings coming out, they're going to be able to harass the right-hand side of Zero's base as Sunken does not reach over to those far mineral patches. So, you know, Effort can just keep on applying more and more pressure. And look at this. Here comes Scourge.
I don't know if there's anything Zero can do. There's too many Mutalisks. Oh, excuse me, there's some more of Zero's Mutalisks down here. Oh, very nice.
Very nice.
But it's too late. Two Mutalisks and Scourge can come out here and kill whatever comes out.
You know, if he can just Scourge those two Mutas, then Zero can catch up. But look at that, just dies instantly to a Scourge, hitting it as it pops out of the egg.
Effort is clearly superior here, and that's going to be it for game one. GG.
He looked phenomenal on stage yesterday, and I think that he pretty much performs a repeat performance here, as map one will easily go to Effort there. And we saw some breakdowns, but where would you say the most crucial breakdown for Zero was there?
You know, I really felt when he engaged with the Zerglings, well, first it was the build order. He had to cancel a hatchery. That put him behind for the entire game. Then he engages with the Zerglings, loses them to a similar amount of Zerglings, and then the Mutas just came in at the perfect time and got about 3 more drones. And, you know, when you add those 3 things up, you're never coming back against Effort.
So let me ask you an additional question, because you guys often talk about, especially in Zerg versus Zerg, the Overlord direction.
All right, well, that's the end of the first match. We're going to rejoin that when they start the second match, but 1-0, so still early on, but quite an interesting game between the 2 Korean players. Seeing what's happening there. Now let's talk a little bit about Warcraft 3 and that tournament, the grand final for that. Kim, how has the Warcraft 3 tournament been going, since you're very closely tied to that one?
Oh, it was so exciting. I just got finished commentating that match, and I had such a great time. The winner is Lynn, our defending champion from last year. So
your
now
favorite.
He has 2 titles, and I'm sorry, your favorite Grubby. He was in the grand finals. He fought his way all the way up from the lower bracket.
We have good picks, though. We know how to pick the good players.
We do.
All right,
We picked 2
so
really
Lynn
good ones.
from South Korea wins the Warcraft 3 tournament, the defending champion.
Yes.
Wins again, 2-1. What were the matches like for those of us that weren't able to see them? Very tense?
It was very intense. You know, Grubby came from the lower bracket, so in order to continue on, he would have to knock out Lynn in at least 1 match.
Right.
And he couldn't do it. He lost it, but it came close. That second match, he won. The whole crowd, I think, was cheering for Grubby. Every time we said Grubby, everyone in the audience went, like all crazy. So they really wanted him to win. He is a previous BlizzCon champion. He's won before. But, you know, Lynn did the same thing as Xavier before. He's got a 2nd title now at BlizzCon. So we're very excited for Lynn.
Excellent. All right, well, we're going to head on back now to Marcus, Dan, and Nick, who are going to shoutcast the second StarCraft tournament here between the 2 players, and see if they can see who can win it. 2-0 on this one. It could happen.
Could happen.
And it looks like this year will be no different. Heartbreak Ridge, our second map. Let's get started.
Okay, this map, very interesting map. Only 2 starting locations, 1 at the left and 1 at the right. Unlike our previous map where we had 3 starting locations, so they obviously know where the opposing player is. We got Effort over here on the left, and on the right, Zero.
That's right. You know, this map, I don't know, did we see them play this map before in their original match?
I'm not entirely sure. We've casted so many Zerg versus Zergs.
I know, right? They're all blending together now.
At this BlizzCon now.
But, you know, I think we're going to see almost exactly the same build orders come out of them.
Yeah.
When it's a 2-player map, you're going to scout each other extremely quickly. That makes making an early pool more strong, of course, because you know exactly where they are, even if your Overlord isn't there yet. So that kind of chops out a lot of the 12 hatchery. But again, that's a metagame thing. If you think, okay, you know, they're not going to 12 hatchery, so now I go 12 pool. You know, it's this rock, paper, scissors mentality. So metagaming, we could see any build, but I'm thinking we're going to see the same build out of both these players.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of early pool builds here. They're being quite successful at BlizzCon. Here is Zero's first spawning pool. He is not going to do what he did last time, clearly, and he's going to go for the extractor as well. So Zero actually doing the opener that we saw Effort do.
Yeah, and it looks like Effort, I think he's going to go for a 12 pool here. Same mentality as last game. He does not want to do a build that could possibly get him far behind. Just a safe build like this that is good against anything.
And if you guys are unfamiliar with the term build, we're talking about the order in which they make their buildings. The pattern in which they're going to follow to get the units, how quickly they're going to get Zerglings or the layer. That's what a build is. And it's really significant in Zerg versus Zerg because you can't tech very far. The action picks up quicker than any other matchup.
That's right, and it's also so unforgiving. You know, these units, they are quick. The Zerg workers die extremely quickly. The Zerg, you know, static defenses, they are very, very expensive. So it all revolves around the Zergling and the Muta, very fast units that can deal a lot of damage very quickly.
Okay, we see an expansion coming up here for Effort. Now, Effort should be able to defend this pretty easily, but if our blue player, Zero, goes for early Ling speed, he's going to get that out beforehand. What are these two Zerglings doing? He's sending out only the first 4.
Looks like he's going to hide him here and wait for the Overlord Scout to come out, run 2 Lings out, make him think, you know what, he only has 2 Lings, or maybe wait for 4 more Lings, say, oh, okay, there are his first 6 Lings. I don't know his build order completely yet.
Oh, I like that.
Then he has 4 more. It's actually quite an intelligent play. See, there you go. He's going to run out with 4. He thinks, okay, 4 Zerglings are coming, but in fact, it's going to be 8.
Oh, that's sneaky. Nice. And at first, I thought they were taking a group nap over here. So we see the Lings moving out now. This is very smart because obviously you can see what your opponent's building in Zerg versus Zerg, but you can't always see your opponent's Lings. So coming in here like this is going to surprise Effort. Effort not having enough Zerglings actually because he's calculated incorrectly. He's going to be in for a shock.
That's
when
right.
he sees this many Lings. Speed is finished.
Very smart move here. And Effort knows now he is in trouble.
He does retreat over to this smaller entrance, but the hatchery is under attack. Is he going to cancel? No!
He does not cancel. That's huge. Here come the drones. When this happens, you know the Zerg player's in trouble. Let's see if he can hold it.
He's moving out now. Workers not mining, being forced to defend. Goes down, takes 1 worker, no problem.
A lot of Lings being rallied in here by Zero. Really intelligent play by him here.
And we can see more Zerglings being reinforced here. The drones, they are not mining, but they are keeping this hatchery alive, which is pretty low on HP right now. We can see the Spire already starting over here for Zero. Zero looking very good. Layer still on the way.
Yeah, you know, even if he doesn't kill him with the Zerglings here, he's gained a lot from making those 4 drones not mine for so long. He's forced Effort into making a ton of Zerglings. He hasn't been mining gas, as you can see right there. His layer is later. So really, Zero just got a great lead by using his brain. And this is great. This is a new improved Zero we're watching here at BlizzCon.
Well, Zero's really shown us that he is the smartest player at BlizzCon. His macro and micro, at times, I mean, they're quite good, but at times have suffered. But clearly, at this BlizzCon, he's playing quite well, and he's outsmarting his opponent, which goes to show you StarCraft is not just micro and macro.
No, it's a lot of outsmarting, too, as we've seen here. And, you know, this Spire, it's getting pretty close to done. Effort, do you have anything to block against this? I don't think so. You know, he's going to have to just put on a ton of pressure with his Zerglings. You know, he does have the 2 hatcheries. And as you see, he's droning up quite strongly.
The layer's gone.
Oh,
he's
okay.
canceled.
I actually kind of like this. I think what he's going to try to do here, that's going to be an Evo he's going to
He's going to do that trick he did in yesterday's game.
He might. We may see an offensive spore colony here.
Yeah,
I can only hope so. I think we're going to see a lot of spores. He's droned up a lot, made a great economy, and pressure, pressure, pressure with Zerglings. That's really the only way I can see him coming out on top of this game. It's going to take a lot of outsmarting, a lot of intelligence. We'll have to see if he can do it.
I don't know if the timing's going to be right, though. The Mutalisks are about to hatch, so I don't know if he's going to have enough Lings to run him over.
Not quite yet. I think he wants to just up this economy a little bit, get those spores down for sure, and just kind of bust through with mass Ling. You know, if if Zero just plays somewhat defensively with his mutas from here, I see him getting quite a strong lead. You know, he can build up quite a force before Effort can even get any mutas out.
So he's starting up his layer again. This is a very tough position for Effort to play from. You can actually see Effort's a bit shaken up. The location of this creep colony actually makes this mineral patch inaccessible. So he's actually mining from this many minerals, which clearly means his nerves are affecting his game.
Yeah. And we see a third creep going up. That's probably going to be a sunken to help him hold off any Ling counters that may in fact come.
We are waiting to see exactly what Effort has planned. He's getting his layer a lot slower than before, but I don't know if he's ever going to be able to get out of his base.
Yeah, it could be hard. You know, you bring the Lings over to hold Lings in. You have some mutas floating around above them, and it's going to be hard to engage any Lings in front of your base because those mutas are just giving so much extra damage.
Well, he's not going to get in there unless Effort lets him. So for now, we're going to have to see what he has planned next. He can use these Mutalisks here to cut off reinforcements from these two spots on the map.
Yeah, you know, anything produced in the main is going to have to stay in the main if those mutas are hovering around. It's just too dangerous to go to that natural. Yeah, is actually getting a decent number of mutas here. And you know what I really like about Zero's play is if you look on the minimap, he's already taken his natural expansion. He's already getting that gas there. So he's actually going to be able to get a gigantic amount of mutas. And really, he's in no danger yet from Effort.
One Zergling has slipped in. This is here to scout. No, he does not move it in time after it got into his opponent's base. And from there, he's not going to get to see if there was 2 hatches total or 3.
That's right, and the Spire finally starting up for Effort, and I think he's going to want to get a gas right away too. Yeah, throwing that gas down at the natural expansion. He needs to catch up on gas. He's actually really far behind on that. And, you know, maybe if he can just sit there, defend for a while, he's got a great economy. You know, maybe he can catch back up.
He did not cover this right. This Spore should have been down a little bit more, now blocking up this mineral patch. No extractor, so Effort is going to go while the Mutalisks are over here. Suddenly Zero realizes what's going on. He's going to have to get back over here fast, or he's going to lose that advantage he had. Effort pouring in here. Drones now defending, in this case for Zero.
Wow, those drones are doing a great job. They are messing up the AI of the Zerglings, and Zero crushes Effort's Lings.
Wow.
Well, there are just too many Mutalisks. The extractor's up, but that can be picked off pretty quickly.
Yeah, you know, I think that Effort is just going to be killed now. I mean, Zero right now, he is so far ahead after crushing those Zerglings. Great play by him, pulling those drones back. And he's just in great shape. So many mutas. Look at that. He's going to be able to take on the Spore colonies pretty quickly.
Little flank here. Very nice.
Beautiful move. Catches them with the mutas. This guy is playing out of control. This is the best I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, he's playing very well right now. He's not letting his opponent utilize those Zerglings, which is really all he had. Now the Spire is finished, so we're going to see Mutalisks, but is he going to be able to catch up? I don't think so.
No, it's going to be really hard, and hopefully we don't see him do anything dumb like make a bunch of Scourge, because if he does, Zero's just going to show off that Muta micro he's been having all weekend long. He really needs to go pure Muta at this point, and you know, I don't know what else. Maybe upgrade him. He has to figure out something extra, because he's never going to catch up in numbers.
Yeah, he's probably going to catch up with counterattacks. Again, the Extractor under fire. We see the Lings move out again. I believe he's equipped to hold it off, though.
Yeah, I think he should be fine. I think Zero right now, he's just going to pump basically mutas. And ouch, it looks like 3 drones and the Extractor going down. The economy of Effort now going to get hurt. And really a lot of mutas still sitting around here.
This game should be over pretty quickly, I think. I think we should see GG. He has 3 Mutalisks. He's trying to take out drones. But if Zero can just keep up with these Mutalisks, I don't see...
All right, well, the match is heating up, but also just about to start is the StarCraft 2 lore panel, so we're going to get ready for that. With you can go to BlizzCon.com if you want to see the live stream of the end of the match. Let's go to StarCraft 2 and the lore panel right now.
Welcome to the StarCraft 2 Lore Open Question and Answer Panel with Chris Metzen, Vice President of Creative Development.
Music.
When Zero moves out, he's going to rush him.
What up, BlizzCon? Well, I may as well stand. Guys, thank you for being here this afternoon. In past years, we've done Star 2 lore panels. We've done